Hello, I'm Katie Dunn. I am a kvCore expert, aka the CRM fairy, helping you learn the system, use the system, and have the system work for you. So today I wanted to share what to do first in your kvCore system. So in my opinion, you should be setting up your profile first thing. So you're in your kvCore homepage here. You have this little drop-down menu. If this confuses you a little, this is a smart number that your whole office shares. And then you've got your email, your personal website, and then you want to click here to My Profile. So this is your profile. This fills in a lot of things in your system, like your email signature, where your IDX pulls properties from, your MLS ID and all of that. So this is one thing that you really want to get done as soon as you set up your kvCore. So here you're going to do Edit Profile. You can upload your headshot there, and then you do your name, your title. So you could do Realtor, you could do Sales Associate, whatever you call yourself within the system. You want to do your MLS ID, your NERDS ID if you have one. And then this is not editable. This is kvCore's ID for you, I believe. And then, of course, your contact info. So your cell phone number, your work phone, which might be an office number if you're in an office. It could be a Google Voice number, something like that. You might not even have multiple phones. You might just have your one cell phone. Your email address. This from email, I would leave blank. So if you send out an email from the system and you do a different from email, then people will see the from email, they'll reply to the from email. I think that just gets very confusing. And then you're working with two different email systems and you're overwhelmed, and then you don't want to use the system. And that's not the point, right? You can do from name though. So if you go by nickname, like my full name is Katie, but if my name was like Kathleen, that would be on my real estate license. But I could do from name Katie, whatever you have in quotes on your signs. And then your website, you can do a custom URL if you have one right there. Lender, that depends who is in your system. You don't have to have one there. If you do work in an office and you work with a lender often, you can put them there so they're attached to all the people in your CRM. You've got designations, licenses, and then on this side, you've got your social media and more. So here you can do just your usernames, or you could do the whole URL, whichever is easier for you, doesn't matter. So you can hook up your Facebook, your Twitter, your LinkedIn, your YouTube, your Pinterest, your Instagram, and all of those will be on your website as clickable links, which is nice. And then again, you can put your license number here if you want to. You put your title, which will show up on your website as well, and any language that you speak. So here we have your About Me section. That'll show up on your website. Your signature, which shows up in all the emails that you send. And then we do have extra credentials here. Those only show up on certain types of website templates. So the one I'm using now, actually, they don't show up on, so it's kind of pointless to even have them there. But they did show up on my last website, so I did like them. And I haven't deleted them, because why? Who cares, you know? All right. And then on this side, you can do your settings. So if I go on vacation, I can put myself on vacation there. I can make my contacts private, which they are. And that way my brokerage can't see them. So like I have admin access in my brokerage, and I can't see my agent's people. I could see that they have people in there, but they come up as private contacts. So if you don't want to share them, make that private. And then I'm not on the team, but that's toggled on anyway. So I can be on vacation, I can be placed out of rotation, which you wouldn't want to be, because if people are calling your office or your smart number, then you're going to be in the rotation there and you're going to get leads that way, hopefully. And then statuses to receive calls. So you can tell kvCore to remind you to call people. So here, I think the default is 10, but I did 3 calls, tell me to call my new leads and my active leads, auto create them every day. I could turn that on. I don't have that on because I don't have an active license, so I'm not calling anybody for my job. And then you can create calls on weekends, or you don't have to. And then numbers of calls to create. So again, I think the default is 10, but I did 3. I was experimenting, blah, blah, blah. Time to send the email, 8 a.m. So it will remind you to make these calls daily. And then holidays, so people know not to bother me, not to tell me to make calls on any of these holidays because I'm off. And then you save and you're good to go. And then under more actions, I can be on the office website or not. So right now I'm hidden because I'm an admin and not an agent. And then once somebody goes inactive, we take them off the roster. So then this is your daily call creation. You could also edit it here as opposed to just in your settings. So you can create them. You could do them on weekends or not. The statuses you want, the number of calls, and the time. So that's just like a little shortcut and the summary of when the system will tell you to call people. And then where you belong, if you're on any teams, and then that's your profile. So that is definitely one thing that you should be updating as soon as you get into your kvCore system, because it is attached again to a lot of things like the emails that you send out. Most of the things on your website are filled from your profile, and even on a company website, a lot of things get pulled from your personal kvCore website, and that's how people find you. So you want to get in that SEO, and you want to make sure that people know that you're an agent. I hope that helps.